All right. We are officially underway. Welcome to the No Show Show. Are you guys pumped up about this?
So excited.
Oh man. Oh man.
Kenny and I actually went shopping together today. I know that's not legal, but we bought our finest hoodies for this event.
No doubt.
And
I just want to say I'm as excited about this as I was the first podcast.
I don't really know what to think about that.
You're probably as excited about this as you were the last podcast we did as well. So
we're real consistent right now.
Yeah.
Well, I decided to wear my finest tux. So I don't know. You guys look like bums, and here I am looking dapper, I might say.
I had that same tux, Joe. Boy, would we have had red faces if we had wore the same thing.
Oh yeah, that's true. Good point.
Joe Bennett always classing us up.
Yeah, he's trying.
That's what I do.
Well done, man.
All right, this is episode 1. We hope we'll have more episodes than just this of the No Show Show. By the way, Facebook Live, you can comment. I will be able to review your comments and see those comments, and we may share those with some folks as well. We might even have a poll question we'll ask, and I don't know. We may just get crazy and have a game.
I think that's the key thing for folks to know. We're going to find all this out as they do.
Yeah, I mean, because honestly, it's a no-show. We haven't done any prep work at all in this field.
I was going to say we are nothing if not prepared.
So, at least, hey, now you guys know what it's like to go into this with no notes.
Well, speaking of that, since we mentioned it twice, I'm going to go ahead and throw a graphic on the screen that says the Lyrics and Laughs podcast. You can check all 4 of us out. It is available on all kinds of podcasting platforms like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Play. You can get it also on iHeartMedia. Every Friday, you get a new episode, or at least that is our goal of the Lyrics and Laughs podcast. And Joe, would you like to explain what the Lyrics and Laughs podcast is?
Oh boy, would I. So we were sitting around the office. You remember pre-COVID? That's a term we've coined, which is pre-COVID-19, back when you could hang out and be together. Well, anyways, we were hanging around the office one time, and Eric and I were talking, and we started talking about a country song called Wish Grandpa's Never Died by Riley Green. And we went through the lyrics and really broke them down. And that took up about 3 hours of our day in the office. And so we decided we need to share this with the world. And so we decided to create a podcast, because I think if there's one thing we know, the world lacks podcasts, and we stepped into the gap and we said, golly, there needs to be a podcast about country music and the lyrics, and 4 guys that talk about it, 3 guys, 1 guy that's not all that interested in it. And so you can subscribe to it. We love doing it. Our last episode that we recorded was a real joy. We talked about David Allan Coe's. I never even, or you never even called me by my name. So it's a great time.
Which, by the way, I was very impressed, Eric, that you were within 1 minute of being accurate on the time, because with this whole pre-COVID thing, we've had to go a different route in recording our podcast, and we had no idea how long the podcast was, but your math was pretty close.
Wait, you're talking about for the last one
Yes.
where we went more than over? Is that what you're referring to?
Yeah, I mean, we were like 13 minutes over, but hey.
We may have gotten sidetracked a half dozen times, but that's okay. What else do we have to do, right? Who cares if we go over? My April calendar had Easter on it, and that was it. I'm used to every day having like 3 things on it, so we're great.
Hey, we actually have some comments. I noticed. That's cool.
I know it. James Hummel says we're freezing up a lot. I don't know what's going on with that. I think maybe that. I don't think it's us. Are we?
I think we're breaking the internet.
Well, and to your point, Joe, they just don't give podcast or Facebook Lives to anybody.
Oh no, you got to earn them.
Yeah.
You're right.
So I mean, it is what it is.
When iTunes and Facebook came to us, do you remember this?
Yeah. Yeah,
They can't-
and we were like, "Whoa, dude, it's COVID-19. Why are you here?" And
Right.
they're like,
Give
"It's
us some
fine.
room.
We
Give me
have
a little
important
space."
business." They were all of like they were like 5 feet away from me. Come on now,
Yeah, and I said, back up.
ridiculous.
And they said, Eric, Joe, Greg, Kenny, we need you now more than ever. Are you up for the task? And Mark Zuckerberg right in the eyes, right in the windows of his soul, and we said, yes, we are.
It's exactly how I remember it. I mean, just exactly.
Oh man.
All right. So, by the way, stick around for a fun little game, which, by the way, we will go ahead and tease this game. Eric, are you ready? I don't, you've got a headset on, so I don't know if you're going to be, how well you're going to play this game.
Oh, my headset has at least a 4-foot cord. So as long as I don't have to be within 4 feet of my computer.
Hey, Kenny, do you want to tell him what game we're going to play?
Well, I'm just trying to determine that cord is not up to social distancing standards.
Yeah, but I learned this in my interview with Joe on Joe's Basement Show. You cannot catch COVID through a computer. It's not a computer virus, so who knew? So I don't have to be within 6 feet of my computer.
Oh, see, that's good clarification. So, Joe, I'm sorry, Eric, you're telling me you've been on the Basement Show and now here.
Yeah.
Like, what are you pitching? Have you got like something coming out that we should know about?
Oh, I mean, I'm glad you asked, Kenny. Has anyone ever thought I need a brush guard for my truck? Well, boy, do I have a brush guard for you. This is the brush guard of all brush guards. You like hitting deer? You can hit as many deer as you want with this thing, and let's go. Unfortunately for you guys, I think they only made one and sold one, and I've got it on my truck. So I guess maybe people should quit interviewing me about it.
Yeah. So on that note, that's still new material because we're still seeing comments that we're freezing up, Greg.
I don't know. I don't understand how that's going. Just did it again, according. And James says his internet is good. I'm not really sure about that. So.
Can you hear me? Am I the only one freezing?
Maybe if we all do that, we'd be able to kind of keep and find that spot. So I don't know, guys. I mean, let's be honest. We're in the middle of a global pandemic. I mean, it's almost 8:00 in the evening. All of America's streaming the Tiger King right now. I mean, the bandwidth is being taken.
I am watching it live, and we have been frozen for about 10 seconds now. So, but the good news is when it unfreezes, it skips 10 seconds. Like, we still haven't moved. No one is seeing this. And there we went live.
So I just changed the setting as well. So I'm hoping that I have no idea. I have gig Wi-Fi, so I'm not sure why we're having any issues whatsoever. But anyway,
whatever you just did, we haven't frozen a minute. And I spoke too soon because now we're frozen again. It just keeps saying broadcast interrupted.
This is the worst show ever.
It's really art that imitates life, right? Like COVID, life is interrupted. This stream is interrupted. It's just what you would expect.
Let's see here.
I think it's Eric's fault.
If
Eric
you all can see this, Kenny hasn't moved in a hot minute, and when you move, you look like you're what's that game the kids are playing now? The one with the block characters.
Minecraft
plays it. Yeah, maybe that's what you look like. Oh.
Like doing the robot, or
no? It's I don't know. It's whatever it is. So I just got a text from my wife. Breaking news: my son just lost a tooth. So
on purpose?
I guess. I don't know. There was a lot of loud noise upstairs.
Now Eric's son is 17, so this is strange.
Yeah. He was also in the Tiger King.
But the tooth fairy. The tooth fairy is an essential employee.
Mm-hmm.
Just make sure that's out there.
Oh,
so
you're not going to go with that topic, are you?
No.
Okay.
Learn that one. In fact, I feel like maybe that's a little bit of wisdom that we can drop on everyone. With our team conference calls now, voice or video calls on Google Meet, we do a roll call, and everyone has to identify that they're in the meeting and what children are present. And we'll just leave it at that. It's a good practice.
Yeah.
Hey,
That's
it is. It really is. I want to say before we got started tonight, at about 6:30, I had an idea for a video, filmed it, edited it, and sent it over to Greg so that in hopes that we could maybe premiere it at the end of the show tonight. It's like a 1-minute video. And like most things I do, it's really dumb. So.
We sold that. I can't wait to see it.
I can't wait to see that video now. I'm sitting here doing all the switching of the cameras and things. This was a lot more work than I thought it was going to be. I mean, there's a lot of movement going on with 4 people here. But
honestly, I hadn't noticed. Joe, Eric, seem complicated to you?
All good here.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, James Humble says that it looks like a bad Max Headroom video, but he says it's all much better now, so that's good. So I think
you
you're
turn
talking
it
about
off like 1080p or something. Was that what was causing it? Did you see that?
Shouldn't have been a problem.
I'm basically a computer scientist. Did you hear all that lingo I just said?
I did, but we were in high def at one point. All right, so hey, I want to talk about some stuff that, I think maybe the world's talking about, and we can do this. Did you guys see where the 93-year-old woman was delivered 150 beers from Coors Light?
No.
Yes, I did.
So the other day, a 93-year-old Pittsburgh area woman named Olive, who had been forced to stay home, of course, during the pandemic, went viral after a photo of her asking for more beer. She had a sign, and you guys can't see it, but I'll post it. Here is the sign. It says, "I need more beer." And it was viewed millions of times on Facebook. So on Monday, Coors Light delivered 150 beers to the woman who said she was down to her last 12-pack.
Well, I mean, since this is being viewed right now by millions of people, I need a new Porsche. Is that how that works?
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. It can work that way.
Preferably one with a brush guard. So,
what is it with you and brush guards? Why did exactly?
I mean, but let's think about that. Like, if that's a reality of COVID, and you just hold a sign up in your neighborhood, and it's just going to arrive. What else could you put on that sign? Like, what are the other requests that you could put out there that you just want to show up at your door in this situation?
Toilet paper?
Yeah, that was an easy one.
Hand sanitizer.
Yeah.
I got some of that.
Teenage, like my old set of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So that maybe like I'm kind of bored, and that would be fun to revisit. So
money.
Money.
I don't know. I'm going to stick with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah. I don't know. Unlimited wishes? No, I'm going to go for some 1986 plastic figurines. You do you, though.
I'm glad we're on the same page.
Yeah.
So if you had three things that you could choose to have with you, just 3 things, what would you have?
Like, what's the scenario? Just at my house?
That's your house. You could just only have 3 things.
Do I have to include my family?
No, because that's too easy. That's an automatic.
Oh, well, easy. Okay, gotcha.
There's more questions though. So it's my house. So I have everything in my house, and now I get to pick 3 things that aren't in my house, or I'm just like in a concrete room and I need 3 things.
Gosh, you make this so tough.
You thought this was an easy question, didn't you, Greg?
All right, 3 things that you can have in your house. You've got everything else in there. What would be 3 things you would add to the list if DoorDash or whatever the other company?
Like wild quarantine?
Wild quarantine.
Like, I mean, we're like right now.
I misunderstood you there for a couple of seconds. So,
Greg, this will teach you to ask a question.
I bet you so stupid right now. Man, what a dummy for asking a question.
this show almost went the wrong way. I thought Kenny said something else, but anyway, yeah, 3 things in your house. If you could have it delivered to you right now, what would you get?
I would take Eric.
Oh my gosh!
Oh, buddy.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm gonna
I missed
I'm gonna
it.
put you guys in a split screen together. Go back up here, and there you go. You guys are in a split screen together now, so you guys have your own little chat if you want for a second.
Is he on
Am
this
I
side
here?
of me, or is he on
He's
this
on
side?
that side. You were correct. You were correct the first
Right
time.
here? Right here?
He's there now. Eric, you're right. Joe, you've got to change.
I'm
Oh,
going to change.
okay.
There you go. Yes,
Hi,
there
buddy.
you go. Now you got it.
He's going to hug. Oh, I miss you, buddy. I miss you so much.
Oh, this feels so good. Oh. I don't need anything else.
All right, I'm going back to that whole slot screen there because that was just very awkward.
So I think we may have found something, guys. Like maybe we just invite guests in that are missing someone and they need that kind of a moment. And we arrange that for them right here on screen. Virtual hugs from Kentucky's Heartland and the No Show Show.
There you go.
Yeah.
Don't forget the Eric and Joe show too. By the way, we're streaming on both right now. So
And you should
That's
be
right.
polite.
So
we're up to like 50 people, so that's not bad.
Sorry, I have a quick. When we're doing this at the house, come on in. Say hi.
Hi.
All
what's
right,
up, Will?
now
Will
get out.
Danger.
Now get out. Get out. This is my show.
Hey, Willie D, come back. I got a question for you.
Oh, you should have seen him just run.
Yeah.
Have you been eating a blue sucker?
Uh-huh.
Can't tell.
Thank you.
Hold on, let me give. Hold on 1 second, Will Danger. I gotta get you on your own screen, and this is not easy. I wasn't expecting that. All right, so now you're in your own screen. Show us what you got going on. Yeah, did you eat a Smurf or what?
Whoa.
His nickname is Gargamel.
Hey, Will, I want you to tell us a joke. Now keep it clean. I know I that last joke
This is a family
completely
show.
inappropriate.
It's a family show.
You have a joke? No, nothing. He's got nothing. He's got nothing.
Are we
I gotta
frozen again? No, that's just Will.
Disappointing.
Yeah. All right. So can we get back to my
So,
question?
hey,
I mean, you know
Greg.
what? My question doesn't even matter anymore now.
Well, no, but we've got a fan comment that I think we should weigh in on because I think this should be a part of the show too. Jeff Proctor says that I need to open a bottle of the bourbon back here. I think we should play Everybody Guess What I'm Drinking. Like that could be a recurring bit.
Oh, that could be a great bit. Jana Clark
And
says,
Kitty's in the floor.
Jana Clark says, the more wine I drink, the funnier you guys are. So
Yes.
keep going.
Yes. Thank you, Jana. Good point. So,
Oh, goodness. All right.
We haven't riled anybody up yet.
Not yet.
Kenny, were you in your 70s when you got that terrible or see, I did it again. Greg, were you in your 70s when you got that terrible looking Titans flag?
No, it was last season. Thank you very much.
Oh, so you were 60.
So we're going to start with this old track stuff again already. For those that
it's
don't
kind
listen,
of the gift that keeps giving.
yeah, for those that don't listen to the Lyrics and Laughs podcast, you're missing out. Eric, for some odd reason, has decided that I'm old. I don't understand that. So
No, the Lord decided that.
I guess for me, it's not so much your age, but your face.
I think, there was a discussion in their house the other day because somebody actually thought you were a lot older than you were.
Who was that?
I'm not saying that. I can't do that.
And
It's
which
in my
room do
house.
they sleep in?
We're quarantined together. I did find I knew you'd crack an age joke, so I did find a graphic of an old Nokia phone that says, this was off of social media. It said, imagine if this lockdown happened 18 years ago. You'd be stuck at home with a Nokia 3310 with 300 texts and 100 minutes of call limit and dial-up internet.
Oh,
that wouldn't have been me, actually, because didn't have internet, didn't have cable TV, didn't have a cell phone. I was playing. My dad worked at a cardboard factory, true story, and we had a lot of cardboard at my house, and I used to build a cardboard wall in my basement. So, because I wanted to be separated from my brother for a while, I needed some space. So I built a cardboard wall, and then I would break through that wall. Again, guys, I'm very well prepared for quarantine.
so what you're saying, Joe, is had this happened back then, you would have been 3 weeks into quarantine and would have had no idea that COVID even existed.
Exactly.
Where is everybody?
So when you would break through the cardboard wall, would you say, "Oh yeah"?
Yes, of course.
Okay, all right, that is the correct answer.
I did notice someone on here had a question, and it's a friend from college, and he's asked me, "Have I ever stolen a chicken?" And before I answer, I want to pose that question to you guys. Have any of you ever stolen a chicken?
No, I don't think I have.
No.
Yeah, it's a hard no.
Oh,
Right.
okay. Well, yeah,
Back
I
to the
guess
solo
we're different.
screen. Back to the solo screen for you, Joe. Go ahead and tell us how you stole a chicken in college.
Okay. So, there's moments in your life that you wonder, like, what's going on? And I found myself in one of those moments one time where I had a buddy that worked at a chicken farm, and we decided to take a chicken and take it back to campus with us, and then put that chicken in some ceiling tiles in the administration building. There are things I regret, and I hope that there's a statute of limitations on some of this stuff. So anyways, I just want to apologize to the university and to everyone for putting maybe 1 or 2, possibly 3, I can't remember, chickens in some ceiling tiles. So there you go.
Huh. You all didn't have much to do in Campbellsville, did you?
No.
You know, I think we should share engagement stories. I'm sure some of
Nope.
Nope. We won't do
Nope.
that. That's
Nope.
Kenny's line. That's how Kenny says, nope, not going to do that.
I will leave immediately.
So Greg, does Sydney really think I was 50?
Oh, I know what you're doing here. You're going to eliminate members of my family.
No, because
Yeah.
Sydney
Get down to
just
the one.
wrote on here, is Eric literally not 50? So I think I found the culprit.
Oh, well, that was pretty easy. Yeah. Okay. Well, if she's going to sell herself up the river, I guess I'll just let her go on down with that then. There you go.
So tell me preface this conversation for me. Eric's making old jokes, blah, blah, blah. What, he's like 50, right? Is that how that started?
All right. It started with, it started because I came home after doing the podcast the other day. I came upstairs and I might have been crying a little bit because my feelings were hurt because I'm constantly the butt of the jokes when it comes to the podcast. I mean, it was all fun when it was originally, Kenny, or we were picking on you a little bit, but the last 3 podcasts have been pretty much jokes about my age. And I was kind of upset about it. And then I mentioned that you were much younger than I am. And I think she was pretty shocked by that.
Well, and I told Eric, Greg, I said, Eric, we have to take care of the elderly. You have to stop being so mean to Greg. And I just thought it was wrong. I thought it was wrong.
Yeah. No. Joe did say that. So, yeah. Greg, I apologize. If you want to put just you and me on the screen, I'll give you a virtual hug real quick.
No, I am. Hold on. I am.
Give you a virtual kiss too.
I don't want it. I am going to take care of this.
By the way, imagine being Kelly and having that come at you.
Luckiest girl in the world. What can I say?
All right. So,
I'm ready to play a game.
Yeah, let's do something.
well, hold on. I am creating a poll. And the poll should
Well,
be.
we've also
active
reached
now.
the point of the show, by the way. Can
The
you guys
poll
hear me?
question is, who looks older? Eric, Greg, Joe,
Awesome.
or Kenny? So the poll should be
'Cause
active.
Greg
I do
is,
believe,
like, gone. He's just gone on my screen.
So,
I'm leaving the room. I'm going to try to come back. This has been the worst technology day ever.
Is this the Tonight Show? Oh, man, this is some stellar producing.
uh-oh, we lost Kenny.
I think.
I think Eric and I were the only ones kidding.
Eric killed Kenny. Wait a minute, that's a totally different show.
I don't think we need the poll to figure out who the two old people are on the technology right now.
Oh, God.
Oh, man.
Oh.
Oh crap!
Oh, man.
There's been 3 votes
Oh.
so far. There's 3 votes in, and
Whew.
Kenny's winning. He's got all 3 votes.
So, Greg, could you not hear Kenny? He was asking us, could you hear us? And then he just left the room. And I think Eric and I could only hear him.
And you kept talking as if Kenny didn't exist.
Oh.
And then Kenny's like, all right, I'm leaving. And then Greg 5 minutes later goes, well, Kenny's gone.
I was
So it was really
multitasking
comical
here.
for us.
I was multitasking.
Oh, man.
Now we got to
I was-
find Kenny.
Whew.
No, he's gone. He's gone. We already killed him off in the first
Yeah.
episode.
Yep. He's dead to us
that
now.
was-
Gone forever.
He was one of the only allies I had in the show.
Oh, I see him.
Do you feel better, Kenny? Acting like you're having technology. You just had to go to the bathroom. Trust me, I know how that feels.
Hold on. Now,
Am I back? Can you guys hear me?
yes,
You're back.
and I'm
man.
I'm trying
This
to
is
get
out
you
of
on the
control.
screen here.
So,
There you go. I got you back on the screen now.
all right.
So
Oh. I have no idea if Joe really stole a chicken. I don't know why Sydney thinks Eric is 50. I can't wait to go back and watch the show that I'm in.
oh, I've got other good news for you. We've taken votes, and the question on the Facebook poll is, who looks older, Eric, Greg, Joe, or Kenny? Eric has 14% of the vote.
Okay.
Kenny has 86% of the vote.
Yeah. Hey, remember that thing we did for one episode?
Hey, good news. You're trending up.
Oh, man.
So,
Listen.
speaking of that, I'm curious. So, we've got this show. Everybody's trying to do these different.
We just lost him again. I can't hear you.
Oh, man.
This is like being on a Zoom call with the person just having the mute button on.
Oh, man. Is anyone still watching this? I mean, I would be just for the
There's
comedic value here.
There's a few
I
people.
feel like we need to play
they're
a game. We gotta get this going. We gotta have something happen.
We got to do that. By the way, we're up to a 90% margin for Kenny right now, and Eric, you're second with 10%. So people do think you look older than I do.
Well, how many people have voted? Because if 10
That's not-
people have voted, I'm sure Sydney voted for me. She's
How
really
many-
making an enemy.
How many people did you say voted?
10.
Yeah, there's 10 votes so far.
Okay, so
that's good.
so Sydney.
So you ready to play a game?
I'm ready.
Yeah.
Okay. So the game that we're going to play today is we're going to do a scavenger hunt.
Okay.
Between Eric and Joe. Since you guys love each other so much.
Does it involve me moving 4 feet from my computer?
It does involve you moving 4 feet from your computer. So you're going to have to remove those headphones and go gather an object and bring it back.
Okay.
All right.
We will do so
my kids are in bed, so don't make it like a kid or something that I have to go get.
Oh crap. Your kids are not in bed.
Yeah. My kids are 6 and 4 almost. They go to bed like 7.
All right. So there is the I've got the graphic is on the screen, the scavenger hunt between Eric and Joe. And
let's do it.
So all right. So the first person, when I say go, the first person that returns with this object will receive a point.
Okay.
I've got to change my first object.
Are you going to tell us the object? Because I can't see the screen.
Yes, I'm going to tell you the object.
I don't know. I wish Kenny would talk more.
Kenny's gone again. I wish Kenny would talk more too. All right. So the first object we need is a roll of toilet paper. And go. Eric gets a point.
On it.
Dude, you are literally right beside a bathroom, and I am not.
You are too.
No. I'm in the corner of my basement.
You keep toilet paper on hand at all times. I know how you are.
On my desk, yes. Which I'm on my side desk right now. 0.1 for Eric.
All right. So 1-0 Eric over Joe. The second item we need is a magazine. Go.
Magazine. Oh, crap.
So if you're just joining us, the scavenger hunt is on between Eric and Joe. Eric leads.
Yeah, we don't subscribe to magazines, and so I checked the one place that there wasn't. So I'll let Joe run around like crazy.
I couldn't find a magazine, so I brought my senior yearbook.
Oh, that counts.
Well, if we're getting senior yearbooks, then I could go grab one of those.
Yeah, well, it's too late. Joe already brought it back. It's tied 1-1.
He gets a point for a senior yearbook? Half a point.
Well, I mean, it's my game.
I'll meet you in the
middle. I
middle.
don't have a half. Okay, we'll call it half a point.
Yeah.
All right. So the next item up on the list we got to go back to a single screen of.
Oh, you want me to go back?
So hold on, I gotta get back to that. All right, so need to see your senior photo.
There it is, right there.
Oh my gosh, you look like Val Kilmer in that picture.
That's so I've been told. That and Jonathan Taylor Thomas back in the day.
Jonathan Taylor Thomas. Okay, I see that too.
Now, Greg, did they have yearbooks when you were a senior?
Well, what they did.
Hold on. Yes, they do. Hold on.
What they did, Joe, it's funnier because he can't hear me talking crap. Nice pants, by the way, Greg. They would I gotta wait till he gets on. It's more fun. 2 questions, Greg. Are those
Hello, what was that?
Kenny, whatever you're doing right now, you're gonna have to not do.
No idea.
I'm hearing myself a bunch.
Hold on.
Kenny is spelunking in an underwater cave right now. All right. Maybe it's best if Kenny just doesn't join us. I don't know. All right, Greg, 2 questions.
Uh-huh.
Did your hand get tired from chipping away the stone when you were signing your classmates' yearbooks? So that's question 1. And then question 2 is, are those your best Star Wars pajama pants that you have on right now?
These aren't Star Wars. These are camping pants.
Oh, camping. I
Yeah.
thought I saw Luke Skywalker or somebody.
No. You saw a travel trailer and a campfire and a tent.
Well, and we've learned that from Lyrics and Laughs, our podcast, that Greg has never seen the Star Wars movies.
I still
that's
have not
true.
seen a Star Wars movie.
That's true.
Please, in the comments, let Greg know how crazy he is for not seeing Star Wars.
Well, it looks like my either my dad or my brother one is watching this. Both Star Wars fans. If it's my brother, he would not be happy for sure. Big Star Wars fan he is. See what I did there?
All right, I'm ready. I'm ready to go for the next scavenger hunt. I'm ready.
Not only am I winning
my
1 point to 1/2.
This was my sophomore yearbook. I couldn't find my junior yearbook, so
let's see it.
I don't even know where my picture is, so I'm not going to dig that out.
Oh, come on, Greg. Let's see it.
So the next thing on here, we'll see how good you guys are. The next item on the list is. Look, I mean, you're ready to cheat, dude. You're ready to go before I even say. Eric?
I mean, Joe's standing without a headset on. I'm sitting with a headset still on.
It's not his fault. All right, so the next item we need is an Eric and Joe t-shirt. Go.
Oh, come on.
You are literally sitting beside the closet that holds t-shirts, and you still lost.
I thought for sure I had that one.
Oh my God.
2 points to 1/2 a point right now.
Well, this is technically an Eric and Joe show shirt because I bought this for our big dance number.
Well, stinks you didn't think about that before you got up to go get a shirt and lost. So,
all right, we're gonna get crazy. I need a high heel shoe. Ready? Go.
Nah, I ain't going upstairs. Joke's on Joe.
He cut out like a banshee.
No kidding. He's going to his closet. Making sure there wasn't any down here. Actually, there might be some down here. He's going to go all the way upstairs. I'll be back. I think there is one right over here.
All right. Well, I'm here by myself now. So, never been this quiet.
I got it. I got it.
Ding, ding.
Oh,
whose
really
shoe is that?
Now.
Is that your wife's or is that?
No, it's mine. It's mine. Already got it.
Yeah, I wasn't going upstairs. My wife had a box of shoes somewhere, but it's not down here anymore. So
I should have just gone here because I have Eric's high heel boots.
Oh, there you go. Another point for me.
So I'm legit out of breath.
Greg, while he catches his breath, find your yearbook picture. I want to see it.
Oh no, I don't. I'll dig around. Talk amongst
your last
yourself.
name is Milby, and they're in alphabetical
Dude,
order.
I'm gonna punch you right through this video screen is what I'm gonna do. What about your picture?
I don't even know where my yearbooks are. I mean, I've got them. I think they're in storage somewhere or something.
Really?
Okay.
So it's 2 points to 1.5 points right now.
Well, no, I got 2. I don't know if you can see the scoreboard, but it's
just
2 to 2.
for those. Well, it's just because Greg's technology doesn't know how to do halves. So
it's because
I mean, it's fine.
It's 2 to 2.
We're cool right now. It's fine.
I got it. It's cool.
So. Yeah. All right.
All right.
Whatever.
Yeah.
So 2 to 1.5. Now that we've settled that.
Well, I don't know. I think it's tied, and
I think it's tied. I'm the judge.
Josh Smith just said he's never seen Star Wars either.
What in the world?
See,
every time Greg comes back, it just gets darker.
Kenny.
Yeah, Kenny. I'm going to do that forever.
Hold on, I got to bring Kenny back in.
There we go.
Well, I tell you, Kenny may be out of breath more than any one of us.
I got to know, is it working this time?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. gangbusters, man.
Looks
We
great.
can hear you look good. I mean, older than us, but you look good. And then you got good lighting. We can hear you.
Yeah,
This is great.
Yeah, so I finally gave up and just restarted the Mac. I'm going to be honest. I think it may have something to do with the over 120 tabs I had opened after the workday today.
What?
Yeah, it was a Monday disguised as a Tuesday in my world.
I don't know. It could be that you're using a Mac. I mean, if you aren't using a 9-year-old Toshiba to do this right now, like me, then I don't know.
So the scavenger hunt game is tied 2-2.
Well, it's 2 to 1.5, Kenny. I'll keep you up to date.
Yeah, no, I did catch a little bit. That was a pretty epic move with the Eric and Joe shirt. Eric, well played.
Thank you.
Yeah, I hate to give him credit for that, but
no telling what all you find in this hoodie.
Just Cheetos and ham sandwiches and
There's. I could go for a ham sandwich right now. I hope there is one in here somewhere. Did you find the picture, Greg?
I didn't. I can't find my picture. I'll
I don't know.
Episode
I kind of feel like
is alphabetic order hard for you, Greg?
Yeah, and his
I
last
might have
name.
missed that day. I guess I don't know. I can't find it. I mean,
so have we talked about the fact that everybody's posting these for the class of 2020 on Facebook when the class of 2020 doesn't use Facebook?
Very true.
Like, I mean, if this internet thing was playing out on TikTok or Snapchat or Instagram, maybe, but for all of you posting your high school senior picture for the class of 2020 to see, Facebook's not it, but it's going to be great material for a Joe Bennett game soon.
I'm currently taking all your senior pictures and we'll be making a PowerPoint game out of them. So thank you.
Joe is the Google of our area. Just taking all your personal information and going to exploit you with it later.
So Andy Woods asked, he stepped out. Did you ask Joe if he ever stole a chicken? Yeah, you're going to have to go back in, Andy, and watch earlier in the episode.
Did. Burlap sack.
Morgan Castor wants to know, how many senior yearbooks do you have, Eric?
Let's see. I graduated at 20. Started. I was actually smart for my age. Started at 13. Only did my sophomore year twice and my senior year 4 times.
Carried it too.
Yeah. So 6. I don't know. That probably tells you why I was in high school so long.
Kenny, since you've been missing for a while, should we? Eric's not going to go upstairs. We need to come up with new rules for the next scavenger hunter, next game. Eric's like, well, I don't want to go get my kids. And he didn't want to go get his wife's high heels or his own high heel. He doesn't want to go upstairs. So it's.
I don't want to go up stairs because the high heels I'm wearing right now, I can't run in well.
Yeah, he was not prepared for this game.
Yeah. I've got all kinds of things. Come on, let's do. What's the next thing? I want to be 1.5 points up on Joe, not just a half point.
Kenny, pick something that you think. I really want Joe to win this game. So I mean, if you could pick something.
All right. Well, I mean, I think we should stick with the theme. So next item is hand sanitizer.
Ready, go. Look, he's not even moving again. Oh, he is going to go.
Point for me.
No.
Are you serious?
Bourbon, no. Bourbon does not count as hand sanitizer.
Now, wait a second, Greg. It depends. What's the proof, Eric?
114.
Oh, so close. You're going to need to be at 130 because, as I understand it, hand sanitizer needs to be at least 60% alcohol to be effective.
131.
Only find out here. So,
yep. Ding, ding. So Joe wins that one.
Can you go ahead and mark a point for Joe?
Yep, I did. Boom, got it. All right.
I still wanted to allow it, Eric.
So Joe's up 1/2 of a point on me right now. Got it.
Okay. So Kenny, you got another item? One more item we'll make them run for.
One more item. And I'm trying to keep Eric from having to go upstairs.
He won't go upstairs. So if you want Joe to win, find something that has to go upstairs.
Yeah. Oh, guys, by the way, I don't want to move from my seat, and I want you to tell me something that I can literally grab right in front of me that Eric can't grab. If we're just making up rules, so it's fine.
I don't know. That seems cheap to me.
Oh, actually, here you go. Here you go. Let's try this one. We'll get a little personal. A sock with a hole in it.
Oh, dang it.
Oh, that's great.
I thought they'd just check their socks. I really thought they would. Hey, maybe, okay, we'll do one more item from a suggestion in the comments. So somebody suggests something in the comments.
He just cheated.
That is a sock with a hole in it.
That's
all right, we're going to need an explanation on that. But we're going to do one more item as suggested by some of the comments.
There's got to be a hole in one of these socks.
Hello, Joe. My name's Saki, and you sucky at this game.
Oh. All right. So how about it? Do we have one more item from the comments on Facebook?
So Eric's up a half a point.
Eric, I want an explanation on that sock.
What
he cut it while he was over there.
All you did was ask for a sock with a hole in it, so I took my sock off and ripped it. Sock with a hole in it.
Hey, I'm gonna say I appreciate his commitment.
Yeah. What's that sock, Joe? What
that
is
was
that?
That was a little bit of a Fred Flintstone.
Fred Flintstone.
Very nice.
All right. So what about it, Greg? Do we have a suggestion?
Wait, so did Eric win? Have we cued the music?
No, we got one last item.
Okay.
We got a suggestion from Heather Whalen. She says blue pen.
Go. Oh my God.
No, you lost.
No,
hold on.
Wait,
you got to write on something. You got to write on something.
Oh, crap.
What do you think, Greg? Blue?
He changed pens. That is not the same pen. That is not the same pen that you had, Eric.
And that's also a black pen. That's black, Joe.
no, it is not.
Yeah, it is.
No.
Joe Bennett doesn't see color.
Yeah.
So,
Unless it's winning colors.
all right. So the pens, do they? Who got what? I can't keep up with you two.
It's me.
Yeah,
I won.
So I won because I produced a blue pen, which I then dropped somewhere.
No,
and I grabbed another
used the
pen
blue
off
pen.
my desk that's blue.
And then I wrote blue. I wrote
in black ink.
won.
No, I get it, Joe. Yeah, I got it.
Kenny, what
It's
do you
blue.
say?
Yeah, you know what? I'm seeing blue. I don't know what that makes a score, but in a roundabout way, I mean, I just think the mic drop of writing I win. I'm going to say bonus point to Joe Bennett.
Come on.
Bonus half point. So it's now 3-3. Is that what we're saying?
It would be technically 4-4 because we
okay.
gave him a half point, and then I gave you a point right there.
All right, so sudden death.
All right.
Sudden death.
If you're, I think the next one should be a VHS copy of WrestleMania 3.
Or a Rambo action figure with one arm.
Okay, I'll one up you. What about a very large portrait of Eric at Graceland?
Let's go with something related to the movie Back to the Future.
Related to the movie.
I'm pretty sure there's a Back to the Future themed Eric and Joe poster behind Eric on the wall. Wait, did Eric just travel back in time and that's why he's not back yet?
Yeah, he's on dial-up. He won't be back for a while.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, I gotta know. Joe, is there an Eric and Joe poster hanging behind him that is Back to the Future themed?
Oh, yeah.
That would be correct.
I won.
Kenny.
Yeah. Thanks for reminding me that I won, Kenny. Oh, look at that. Remember the Ford Taurus?
Oh, memories.
Oh,
R.I.P.
hashtag. That was a great hashtag.
Oh.
Hey,
Well, I'm glad I worked out earlier today so that I could work out again on the stupid game. But feels good to win.
Well, technically, I won.
okay, I want to hear this explanation.
Well, he said something Back to the Future related in my screen. You just had to bring it into the picture. So, I mean, I knew that was there. So I was looking for like bonus points. I was going to get something else. And then I remembered in Back to the Future, that one time when the manure truck, remember when it fell over and then everyone put on their N95 mask. So I grabbed an N95 mask. So that's 2 points. So
Eric, it's weird. I wrote something in blue pen. I don't know if you can read it. Can you read it?
Oh,
It's in blue pen. It says Eric is a loser. I don't know.
see something in black pen. I don't know. I was never good at reading. 6 years in high school. So
I didn't just like this is just on my notepad always.
So assuming you guys were just naming things that were within reach as our suggested ideas, I want to see the one-armed Rambo action figure. Oh. And Joe, you had something WrestleMania related?
I'll bring up those things I mentioned.
Okay. This is the worst game of show and tell ever.
It's hey,
this is why I shouldn't be teaching my kids.
I mean, I have so much stuff around me, locked and loaded, ready to go. It's not my fault. You all don't know what to ask for.
All right, so guys, we're all in the mode of homeschooling the kiddos, so we're going to treat this as show and tell. Let's hear it, guys. It's third grade. It's show and tell time. What have you got?
Can I go first? I want to go first. Can I go first?
Mr. Greg, pick me. Mr. Greg, I have something I'd like to show. Mr. Greg,
well,
Mr. Greg,
since he won the scavenger hunt game,
Mr. Greg, are you getting ready to retire?
We're going to go with that finely dressed young man in the tuxedo, Joe Bennett. I really dislike you, Eric.
He pees his pants.
Thank you, Mr. Greg. So I brought today for my show and tell. I brought this is really cool. It is a VHS copy of WrestleMania 3, Hulk Hogan versus Andre the Giant. I don't know if you remember where you were when you watched it, but I sure remember where I was. I was at my grandmother's house, and I rented this from Video Vault, and the person was not kind, and they did not rewind, which I didn't appreciate. So I rewound it, and then got to watch all the matches in all their glory, including this fabled match when Hulk Hogan, spoiler alert, Mr. Greg, he was able to body slam Andre the Giant, and it was one of the greatest days of my life. Also included on this is one of the greatest matches of all time, Macho Man Randy Savage versus Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, and this is essential. It is essential in our lives right now. So thank you so much.
That is a good one. That was a great match, Ricky Steamboat. Yeah, look at that. All right.
I think it's Eric's turn.
I know. Let me. I hate to do it, but I'm going to have to put this stupid solo screen on Eric, and I don't really.
You're giving Eric the whole view.
Yeah. Go ahead, Eric.
Okay, Mr. Greg. So what I brought today, and I brought something else for bonus points so that I beat Joe. But this is my one-armed Rambo. I like to let him walk, and to do things like hail taxis. Hello, I would like to have a taxi, please. And he also likes to say things like, Adrian.
Wrong movie.
That's one-armed Rambo. And then this here, since all Joe had was a crappy VHS tape, this is my real Hulk Hogan. when I was a kid, we were poor and couldn't afford things like capes for our action figures. So my grandmother sewed this for me.
That is not Hulk Hogan.
Thank you. That is not a Hulk Hogan.
That is Thunderlips from Rocky 3. Thunderlips is here in the flesh, baby.
Nope. This is Hulk Hogan, and there's his red shoes to prove it. And there's
Hulk
his
Hogan
mustache.
never wore that. He never wore a jacket like that.
Yeah, I'm Hulk Hogan, and it's me.
I mean, look, we are just
Sideways grin.
Mr. Greg, I brought something else.
Okay, hold on. I got to get you back on the screen. You guys are like, it's like bunnies. Okay.
A little closer, Joe. A little closer. There it is.
That is
Greg,
a sexy man.
This is my very large portrait of my friend Eric at Graceland, and he took this picture of himself. And as you can see, Elvis is in the background, and it is one of my favorite pictures. I love it so much, and it currently hangs in my basement because Eric made this for me and then mailed it to me, and it means a lot to me. And it's called art, so deal with it, Mr. Greg.
And scene.
Good job.
No, that's not end scene.
Oh, me.
So, Eric, take me through that story, because we know about the Graceland picture being Joe's favorite. Like, what was the timeline here? How did you arrive at, I'm going to print that picture on a canvas and mail it to Joe?
So we were, I don't remember. Oh, we were going to a concert. My wife, Joe's wife, and Joe and I were going to a concert in Memphis.
Hold on. For maybe new watchers, yes, they both have spouses.
Yes, we do. Fair.
I'm sorry, continue.
We lock them in the basement so they can't get away. So we went, and I had never been to Graceland. Huge Elvis fan. Not even so much, and I may get some people that dislike this, but not so much even for his music. Just he was such an interesting person, just in general, and just all the different things that he did. So never been to Graceland. So we get there, and it's a really hot day, and started our day out. We're in, I don't know if anyone's been to Graceland before, but there's like this huge building, this huge parking lot. You go in this building that's not Elvis's house. It's like this museum thing. So we're standing in line, and I've got on my Troy T. Woods for President, Eric and Joe Show t-shirt. And this woman that's tearing tickets stops us and goes and gets this woman whose husband's name is Troy T. Woods. And we took a picture with her, which we will post on the Lyrics and Laughs Instagram page, so everyone can see this. And this is a true story. And she got a big kick. Super nice lady. So then we get on the bus. We go up to Graceland, right? I'm so happy to be at Graceland. Like, I'm looking at everything. I'm kind of just in my own little world. And they give you these headsets that look a lot like this masterpiece that I'm wearing right now. And so I'm walking, and I look, and I'm seeing myself in the mirror, and I see how happy I am. And there's these flowers underneath me, and Elvis is in the background. And so I was like, this is a perfect time for a selfie. So I took this, and then everyone else has gone and left me, and I texted it out to the group. And it just gave Joe such joy. Then he said this is his favorite picture that he's ever seen. So I had it blown up to a canvas size and mailed to his house. And that's it. And you can kind of see the Troy T. Woods t-shirt right there.
I feel like we should offer these as prints. Like,
yes.
If you're interested, we can figure that out. We've got some time on our hands. It's quarantine. If you would like to have a photo of Eric in his happy place, then comment, and we'll figure out how to make those available for order. You can have art in your home too.
I would I would live in Graceland if they would let me, but they would not. And now I can't go back because of the restraining order.
Hey, good. Back to our poll question. If you respond to the poll question, if you vote on that, we'll pick one person to receive one of those prints. I'll pay for that print. That's for sure.
There you go.
So the question is, who looks older? Because Eric in his offensive little mouth kept talking about it earlier. Who looks older? Is it Eric? Is it me? Is it Joe? Or is it Kenny? If you're watching on your mobile device, you'll see a little purple circle with a graph in it. You click on that and you can vote. If you're watching on your computer, you can just click and vote for your favorite there.
How many times can you vote?
Huh?
How many times can you vote?
You can only vote once.
Oh, man. Okay.
So can we see the poll? I can't see the poll. I can vote in the poll. I just can't see the poll.
Right.
I mean, are you gonna like display it for everybody?
Or is it rigged like the scavenger hunt, right, Eric?
No kidding. I mean, I have so many good things around me right now.
Yeah.
Pillow.
Oh, there you go. Showing
My
all the
chair.
results.
J.R. Caster wants to know if there will be autographed copies of the print available.
Yes, there will be. And if you are lucky enough to get one of those, and you tape a $5 bill to it, someone will give you $4 for it on eBay.
Oh, man.
I'm trying to show the results. I haven't figured that out yet.
Guys, it occurs to me, I think this show is a testament to just how much we miss the water cooler.
Yeah.
Like that's what's going on here.
You're talking about back in the days when there used to be like work and places that you would go to.
Yeah, with people
and people that you would see in person. I remember a firm handshake. I miss those days.
That was like a thing like your dad or your grandfather would teach you. It's like, yeah, when you shake a man's hand, you gotta really, squeeze and shake that hand. And now it's gonna be like us teaching our kids, being like, don't you dare shake someone's hand, you little monster.
You give them an elbow.
You give them an elbow.
You know they're clean, and you immediately hand sanitize.
But can we talk about the elbows that we're bumping? Because isn't that the same elbow that we're coughing into?
Oh, yeah.
And the same elbow that, you're sitting on public transportation and you're sitting.
Yeah, like could we get the CDC to call in and maybe give us some guidance on that? That's how this will work, right?
Yeah, no, they're watching.
Yeah, the phone number, Greg.
Yeah, the CDC has been commenting actually. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's more like monitoring.
Well, and it's funny. They said that could you guys do a nationwide show so it would make everyone social distance from you all, and I thought that was very, very kind.
Yeah. Look, people, if you stay healthy at home, we can get back to normal sooner, and content like this can stop.
Oh, we can't have that.
I've come up with a game for next week. If we get to do this again, I have a really fun game.
Spoiler alert, we can do what we want because they'll give these shows to anybody.
So, okay, when we do this again next week, when maybe like 3 people are watching because they're like, these guys again? No thanks. I've got a really fun game for the 3 of you that won't involve you making a mess of your whole area and losing or running out of breath. So really fun. I'm very excited about that.
All right. Looking forward to it.
That
and hey, on can I go on a serious note real quick?
Oh, why now? But okay, sure.
Well, like I thought maybe we'd mention the cool thing that we've been able to be involved with Give 270. Is this a good time to talk about that?
Oh yeah, most definitely a good time to talk about it.
Yeah. So as some of you guys out there know, Give 270 is a nonprofit organization that we founded back in 2016, and it brings cool events to the community, including the Kentucky Craft Beer Festival and the Eric and Joe Variety Show. And we do those events to raise funds for area nonprofits, and those are not all the rage right now. But there's still a lot of need in our community, and our good friend John Wright with Hardin County Schools reached out to us a few weeks ago and said that they needed funds in order to be able to deliver meals to senior citizens that are quarantining, that are in need. And we are cutting the first check from that effort. In fact, I'm delivering it to John tomorrow morning. And we are north of $17,000 that our community has contributed. Yeah.
That's pretty awesome. Yeah.
Man, it's just been awesome watching donations come through. Everything, $3 pays for a meal. So we've had folks, go in and donate $15 to cover 5 meals. And then we had an awesome announcement last week, Veterans United Foundation and the Veterans United Home Loans here in Fort Knox. Their branch manager, Marty Gaddy, was able to direct $10,700 to that effort. So that obviously pushed our numbers well north. But if anybody wants to do that, give270.org. It's so easy, simple donation form. And you can also, if you'd prefer to give of your time rather than of your treasure, you can volunteer and help out on either Mondays and Wednesdays or Tuesdays and Thursdays, delivering meals to seniors so that they can stay healthy at home. So proud of how that's played out, and just really appreciate everybody that's taking the time to donate and participate. And if you're watching and you want to do something to feel better about yourself after spending an hour of your life like this, maybe a donation to a nonprofit that is helping feed seniors in our community will do the trick. Give270.org.
All right. Looks good. Hey, I think next week we'll have to do one of the world famous Eric and Joe monologues.
Yeah. So actually, for those that haven't listened to the podcast, like 2 of you, we've had some really awesome moments of improv reenactments and that have broken out in the middle of the podcast. So next week's show, we're going to just do an improv moment with Eric and Joe. Greg, you need to work on that graphic. But if you've got ideas for Eric and Joe, a scene that the 2 of them can act out, put it in the comments tonight, or be ready to make it in the comments early in the show next week, and we'll give them the screen. I feel like the virtual hug kind of filled that spot tonight. Mm-hmm. But yeah, we need suggestions for their improv moment.
That'll be good. All right, so I've closed the polling. Who looks older? The results are in. Is it Eric? Is it Greg? Is it Joe? Or is it Kenny? The results are Kenny. You win with 57% of the vote.
Man,
I came from behind with 22% because I think Eric rigged his deal at the last minute. Eric 17% and Joe at only 4%.
All right, good job, everybody.
So let's set the record straight. Joe is the youngest. I am the second youngest. Kenny and Greg, who's older between the 2 of you?
I'm older.
I knew that. I was just
make him say it.
I just want to hear you say it.
Make him say it.
I can't wait till we're done with this. I wish we could go back to pre-COVID, pre-COVID, so I can throat punch you at this point. Now I can't throat punch you from 6 feet away or from miles away like we are.
Buddy, I wish I was in the same room with you so you could throat punch me. I look forward to those days when we can all sit around our studio and record our podcast in person. That sounds like a great time, actually.
Chris McCrary just said he needs to see everybody's best Joe Exotic costume next week. Well, if you stick around, if we're able to, I think, Greg, we're going to premiere a video, and there might be at least a Joe Exotic joke in there for you. So,
all right. So are we ready to do that? So you'll have to be quiet for like 60 seconds, Eric, because when I play this thing, it's how it's going to work. Okay. You won't be able to hear it, but you're just going to have to do that. Are you good, Eric? Oh, he's doing it already. That's good.
Oh.
All right. Hey, thanks for watching the No Show show. And we're already getting suggestions for the monologue.
Am I supposed to be quiet now, Greg? Now?
All right.
Oh, I think we also need to take suggestions for on Lyrics and Laughs. We break down a country song each week, usually a classic song. It could be all the way back, all the way up until the 90s, I guess. So if you have suggestions for a song you would like us to cover on the podcast, leave that in the comments as well, because we've got a list, but we would love your suggestions.
Yeah, same goofy stuff as we're doing right now. It's just we actually talk about a country song, except for Kenny, and then he does it. He's there though, so it's important. All right, hey, thanks for watching the first episode of the. What have you got there? Oh, that's right, the the wonderful photo. I think that is a perfect way to close that out with a wonderful picture of Eric. And again, comment below if you'd like to purchase that. See, that's the best thing about it, Eric. I'm not showing you on the screen at all. So I'm just showing nobody but Joe at this point.
So I'm just playing with my Rambo doll by myself. Got it.
There you go.
just like most of your life.
Just a regular Friday night on New Glendale Road for you. There you go.
So many jokes.
There you go. All right, thanks for watching. And now we're going to world premiere the latest video from Joe Bennett.
Shh, don't talk.
Or actually, I'm not going to play. I can't preview it. Up. Hold on. Goodness gracious. Great balls of fire.
Just kidding.
Now, I'm trying to figure out how to get Joe off the screen on one side. And then.
Hey, if you guys could comment and let us know, is the anticipation killing you?
I'm sure it is.
Hey,
all right.
You want to play social distancing? Guess who? Sure. Got nothing else to do. Cool. It's pretty simple. Get your game board. And you pick out a card. Which one do you want? I'll take this one. Okay, I'm ready. You can go first. Are you Eric? Yeah, I'm Eric. How'd you guess? There's only so many guesses, man. You are good. Were you the guy that looks like the Tiger King? Yep. AKA Alfred. I thought so. Want to play again? No. I'm good. Okay, I get it.